Wow, is all I have to say. In this episode, we're going to dive into the quickly diminishing time you have to get in on the Conclave Arcana pre-sale. We're going to look at what the pack sales are doing. We're going to look at some of the numbers. We're going to actually go on the Mav server and look at the full set of cards to see what that's about. Man, so much to talk about. If you're looking forward to the pre-sale ending and the new card set going live and all of the changes that entails, please stand by. Hey, all you Atlas Earthlings, welcome back. Once again, this is Bronze Dragon sitting here saying thanks for dropping by. As always, I appreciate the time you spend with me. Please leave a like on the video if you like this kind of coverage, and please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thanks a lot. Well, I don't even know where to start, really, to tell you the truth. This pre-sale has just flown by with all the information and the sneak peeks at cards and all the information that has come out of the development team and the marketing team as far as this card set. This card set is, I've been in on the release of a few different card sets because I've been playing for about 3 years now. This is the biggest one yet. And all the changes and, we've, a number of YouTubers have went over these new types of cards and everything. And really the hype is at an all-time high. Leading up to the pre-sale, SPS just went way up. It's somewhat retreated, but it's still holding its own. DEC is still holding its own right around peg. So these are all good things. Just yesterday, we got word that the amount of sales is over and above the amount that the DAO paid for the card set to be made. So this is a good thing. That means everything on the top side of that is just all gravy, so to speak. So we're going to take a look at the numbers. As you can see here on this web page, we have less than 3 days left. So if you are planning to buy anything more in the pre-sale, you need to kind of strategically think about this. We can look at the board here. Let's go to okay, we're here on the leaderboard, and you can see people are jockeying for position. We've got all the popular names here on the board that you would think of: Cryptomancer, Brave Tofu, Yabamat, Zoic Sash. I'm not so familiar with, but we've got a bunch of big names here: Azarcon, Trash Panda from my guild. Shout out to Trash Panda, Lorcas, Housewife. All these top names are jockeying for these top positions. But what I want to draw your attention to is how much these people have spent on these card packs. Okay, so total up, what we're talking about spent so far in the pre-sale is, you can just knock some zeros off of this, but what we're looking at is 1,269,000 or thereabout, plus or minus a penny per thousand DEC. So we're right around 1 million. We're over 1,250,000 spent on these card packs alone. And you can do the same thing, because what you do is you take these numbers, which represent the amount of credits or DEC, which is 1,000 DEC to the dollar. So you can see that Cryptomancer, the top person on the leaderboard, is sitting around 64,000 US dollars spent, because what you're going to do is you're going to knock 3 zeros off the end of there, and that is going to be the equivalent, plus or minus there. And these, this might not just be an outright overlay or outlay of funds. A lot of these people have been playing for years. Some of the people are on the team and have acquired, and they've acquired this over the years. Some people have just outright bought it lately, or outright burnt SPS, because there has been a lot of SPS burning lately, which is good for SPS. And I'm not going to dig in deep for that. And I'm talking fast and furious because there is a lot of things happening. I just wanted to point out how much has been spent on this pre-sale so far. So my main point here is you have less than 3 days left. We talked about in the previous video about all the prizes that are available in this pre-sale. So if you want to go ahead and get in on them, you need to go ahead and get your packs. We're over here on Splinter Cards. It doesn't really look like we're at any risk of selling out. But as you can see, the Alchemy packs have been by far the most popular ones. The Alchemy packs, a lot of people have been discussing them. They're 12 bucks a pop. They have a guaranteed gold foil. They have the highest chance of a black foil pull. And I think that's what's making them most popular. On the top end, we have legendary packs. They're 24 bucks a piece, but you have a guaranteed legendary. Plus, you have the highest chance of pulling a legendary black foil. out of those packs. And then you have your standard $4 packs. The $1 packs, the starter packs, are not available in the pre-sale. But you can see more than half of the alchemy packs have sold out. And we still have, like I said, 2.5 days left, a little bit more than 2.5 days left. And I think there's going to be more jockeying for position. I think a lot of these people that are on the leaderboard want to be in a certain slot. And they probably have I want to call a slush fund or extra money set aside. So if they start getting knocked out of that position at the last few hours, then they'll have to go in and buy some more packs to secure their position. And more than likely, we're talking about those people would be the people at the bottom of the section. So YGGSB. I don't know how this is a pool for the guild, so I don't know how they're going to handle that as far as the prizes and everything. I haven't looked into it, but there's a bunch of good prizes. But if they wanted to maintain that and say, for instance, at the half hour before the end of the sale, Azarkhan wanted to jump in here, he could probably make that move. Like I said, I don't know who's going to do that. This is just standard kind of moving around and jockeying for position during this type of sales. And it would be people like Crypto Eater and SPR Stoner and JV72 and things like that may be at risk of getting knocked out of their positions by people sitting right around here who might throw in some extra money. So don't be surprised at what you see. I've heard that there's several YouTubers that will be live streaming like the last hour of the pre-sale, so you might check those out. Okay, we are over here on the Mav server. It was fun the other night being in with a bunch of other streamers and people from the Splinterlands team, kind of doing not a town hall, but just a live stream and going over these cards. So I figured I'd jump on here and just run through them relatively quickly, not taking a whole lot of time here. But I wanted to point out that the Archon in Fire is Fife Bladestone. He gives all friendly units +2 armor, plus he comes with the Bloodline Dominion for dwarves with Void. Gives all dwarves Void. Keep an eye out for Ordum Greybrow and Inept Healer. Okay, on to Death. Razzie Clanktrap is our Archon here for Death. Razzie gives everybody close range, plus the Bloodline Dominion for gnomes is Painforge. Now, this is a very interesting one, and you're going to have to wrap your head around it. This is one of those ones that's going to take a few matches, or maybe more than a few matches, to get your strategy down. Okay, Painforge is +1 power when damaged by poisoned or burning or hit by an ally. And here's the thing. There's a bunch of different cards throughout the set that will end up doing damage to your own cards, which will fire off Painforge. So there's some strategies that are going to wrap around that. On this set, I think you should keep your eye out for Lucky Longshot and Filthy Scavenger. None of these, I haven't seen a stinker card yet, but I'm just going to call out a couple of the cards that really caught my eye while I didn't do any testing, but while I was playing them the other night. Moving on to water, we have Gorgug the Endless, which is the Archon for water. He gives all enemy ranged attack units -1 to range, and his Bloodline Dominion for orcs is Enrage, +50% melee power and speed, rounded up if not at full health. Within water, I found this interesting because you got a thing going on with water with the Ulans and Painforge. So it's going to be interesting how that shapes up the addition of orcs and Ulans together, the addition of Painforge firing off. So I would keep an eye out for Jikarilla the Rhyme, Warwall Juggernaut, and maybe a combination adding with Warwall Juggernaut, the Runic Skychonk, which has a hell of a name. Over in life, we have Kalia Silverleaf as the Archon, -1 to magic attacks on enemies. And her Bloodline Dominion power is Execute for all elves. If the target has 2 or less health after a successful attack, perform another attack against the same unit. And I would be bereft of my duties if I didn't call out what I thought was probably the best name of the set, Phlegmunculus. He's got close range and he's got Poison Burst. We also have the Silverleaf Mage with Poison Burst. So maybe there's going to be some kind of Poison Burst strategy going on. Also drew my eye was the Fenmore Platypus. I love poison cards. It's also got reach. Moving on to life, we have Bella Radajowski, who gives Deflect. And then her Bloodline Dominion for Ulans is Shield, 50% less damage rounded up from physical attacks or 0 damage from physical attacks of 1 power. So she might be a good one to field in low mana matches where you're going to have very small or maybe minor characters. And we have a whole host of Yulins in life. My call out would be Palafala Weslinath, a gnome who has close range, sneak, relentless strike, and also mimic. And keep in mind that we're looking at these cards at maximum level. So another nice, interesting topic that came up. You'll notice this will be the second card with mimic, but the overall modern how the fights go down is going to be much quicker. So Mimic is not going to have as much time to take effect as it has in the past, where we've seen these big, long, drawn out, the cards with Mimic gets really obnoxious. We're not really going to see that. But it's interesting to see another card with Mimic, and I think this is a pretty strong card overall. Also, another call out was the Silverleaf Ranger, who does come with Weary, but also comes with Double Strike, Healing, and Echo. So, okay, we have under Dragon, we have 2 Archons. And the key difference here, we have a rare and we have a legendary. Kavor Skarn is actually a Draco Shan, not a dragon. Sheng Zhao is a dragon. Okay, so Kavor Skarn gives +1 speed to Draco Shans. And we have another Draco Shan over here, and he has Reckless. Now, keep in mind when you are constructing your strategies, Reckless and Painforge, as far as I can see right off the bat, go hand in hand. Because like I said, Painforge fires off of another one of your cards doing damage to it. So guess what this does? Reckless. Each successful attack also deals 1 true damage to adjacent allied units. And true damage bypasses the shield. Okay, so it goes straight to your health, just kind of like magic. So we also have a Randuriel, who is an elf, with Sneak, Painforge, Life Leech, and Immunity, and a big old, what appears to be an undead dragon, Desolation. And of course we have Sheng Zhao, which has Corrosive Ward and Poison Burst. Now, under neutral, we just got a really solid collection of cards that I would say come in useful in many different situations. Okay, we've got, if you've been playing for a while, the neutrals usually have, usually they go for a little bit more money because they're useful in a lot more situations. If you're new to the game, neutrals can be played in the greatest percentage of different match types unless you get a no neutral. So they have a lot of play value as far as when you get them. But a wide variety of different specific powers. Of course, we've got some cool call outs, Tay, Lore Swift, Bren Pale Swarm. We have the cards that are being given away depending upon how many packs you buy. Grammel the Hunger and Arcane Skinwalker. I think they're pretty cool. Arcane Skinwalker has the Camouflage, has Inspire. I've always loved having an Inspire card around, especially when you're playing a melee heavy. But then it also has Shapeshift, which comes into play with Bloodline Dominion. So keep that in mind. And has a Silence to top it off. Gramella the Hunger has Charge, Scattershot, Restless Strike, Shapeshift, once again, as well as Camouflage. And the rest of these are pretty cool in different situations. I think that the commons and rares are going to come in handy in more different percentage of matches, whereas as you go up to, say, for instance, the epic and the legendary, they're going to definitely be stronger cards, but much more niche situations that you're going to get into. Okay, and a couple more shout outs and we'll wrap this up. Shout out to Blaze, who has been working overtime lately and getting things out there in the community, has been releasing some of the storyline. And I want to shout out also to Joseph John Fiction, who, as far as I know, is the person putting the storyline together or part of the team. So I'm a sucker for a storyline, a good story. So I know a lot of you aren't, but Blaze has been busy today dropping a lot of tidbits into the official announcement section on Discord. And I want to call it out because what we're going to end up with here is, if you attended my live stream last week, if you didn't know, if you want to talk Splinterlands, I have a live stream stream every Saturday morning at 11:30 Eastern time. So we talk Splinterlands for about an hour. All kinds of different discussion topics about Splinterlands, what's going on, land, the new card set, what have you. It's always a great time, so please stop by if you have some time. But last week we kind of discussed. I had some trivia questions. I gave away some card packs, and one of the trivia questions was about Portioneer. So Portioneer is the bad guy in this situation, right? Or bad woman. So I'll let you read through the whole storyline. But at that point, I was like, okay, so we know who the enemy is here, or the bad guy is here. Who are the good guys? We finally know who the good guys are. We have Agrodius Lightbringer, of course, a call out to aggro. Man, there was so much salt in the comments about this. Life's too short, people. So we have, so I'm not even going to dig into that. We have a card call out for aggro, Agrodius Lightbringer, and I got home from dinner and saw this call out, and here we have Archmage Yabanius, or Yabinius, however. So obviously a call out to Yavamat. So we have the two good guys. We have Archmage Yabinius, and just a takeaway on that, this one is going to be available and pullable in packs. And what I'm taking away here is, as soon as the packs go live, you can pull a Yavamat card. So we have our two guys, or our two good guys, Agrodius Lightbringer and Archmage Yabinius. So we know who the good guys are now. So the story is slowly coming together. So I love it. I love it. Anyway, this has been Bronze Dragon. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy. And hey, if you want to get in and play Splinterlands, and you've been watching all along, first of all, thanks for watching the video. But if you don't play Splinterlands yet, this is a great time to get in and play, because the new player, what you get for starting the game is going to change when this new set goes live, okay? The standard thing is, the standard way to start is to jump in and use my link in the show notes to get started if you're not. And then you play for free for a little while, maybe a week, a few days. And then you buy your $10 spell book. And with that spell book, you get a lot of nice goodies to get up and run and play the game. Now, when the new set goes live, you will get some actually new, some free card packs along with your spell book to get in and start playing the game. That's why I say it's a great time to jump in. And modern, I'm not going to dig in deep right here, but modern is going to completely change. It's going to be like pressing the reset button. So if you're new to the game and you want to check it out, please use my referral code in the show notes. Get yourself some loot and get yourself up and running. Otherwise, I hope everyone gets their packs bought, because we have less than 3 days. I'll see you in Splinterlands.